this fight is not the right time for Anthony. I'll be honest with you.
Well, this is what I'm trying to say to you. That's coming from your knowledge. And I'm saying that right now, that fight is the absolute right time for Anthony Young. Reason being is because Ben Whittaker allegedly only going to get better, right?
Yeah. But I think
So
I think it's good enough now. That's the point.
Right. No, but good enough now. But I'm saying he's only going to get better. It's the right time now for Anthony Young, right? As long as the money's right.
Well, if you don't do it now, they won't ever do it. Let me put it that way. Waiting for Fearon in collaboration with Box Need, episode, I believe, 13. Real Talk with Spencer Fearon. Yeah. 1 second. Dr. Spencer Fearon. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Now he has a doctorate. Very proud here. Very proud here. One of the hardest working people in London. We know this.
You know what? It's to God be the glory. That's the real talk about, because like, it's like over the last few years, if I said that I was going to be like head consultant for PCB, you know what I mean, Pentecostal Community Bank. If I said that I'm going to be running the sports department for the TCU 29, you know what I mean, if I said that I'd be working alongside the top guys at OYS, the sports management, you know what I mean, if I said to you I'm going to walk into the House of Lords and get the Athasinia doctorates for sports history pertaining to boxing and media, and get doctorates from there, from Oxford University, which was from the Oxford Compunctional Political Science Group, you'd say, right, so I mean, if I said to you that I was going to receive my doctorates from Lord Rami Ranger, and if I was to say to you like the chairman of that group is Professor Raymond Keane, OBE, Grand Master of Chess, you'd think it's a bit much, it's a bit convoluted, it's a bit, but this is how God will position you in certain places, and that's all that's happened. But I've been fortunate to lecture around the country at universities on the synergy between a boxer's mindset, and using great men as examples right throughout boxing history, like great men like Willie Pep, Gene Tunney, Rocky Marciano, Joe Kawasaki's another great man. But I can use those examples. I can also use the examples of guys like Jack Johnson, guys like Joe Lewis, you know, guys like Ezra Charles. These are great men to me. You know what I mean? Forget about the smaller guys like Sugar Ray Robinson and those men, but it's for that, or for people to recognize that, or they're saying, oh, like, how do you remember all of the stuff that you remember when it comes to boxing? Because like, I've never taken it like I had to remember anything. It's just like, and I've been very fortunate to turn my passion into my paycheck. Loads of people can be passionate about something, but can you turn that into your paycheck? When you've mastered that to turn that into your paycheck, then you'll never work a day in your life. So it was a great honor for me, because like, I mean, guys like yourself, guys like Tundi, guys like the Undefeated podcast, guys like, I mean, Fight Fan TV, who are more communal based, right? Not on a big global settings, even though like we do global things, that means a lot. But then also like when legendary guys like Lennox Lewis, Roy Jones, Antonio Otava, Bernard Hopkins, you know what I mean, all turn around and call it like, nah, this guy just, I mean, then that means something. You know what I mean? So you get guys, you like Johnny Nelson. Johnny Nelson, one of my biggest supporters, man. Right? So it's all of those kind of Chris Eubank, Nigel Benn. So therefore, I'm grateful. I mean, that is it. I'm just grateful.
I always say there's two ways that, you know, and this is every genre, there's two ways that you could try to get like respect. You get respect from the people that don't know you, the general public, which is one thing, or respect to your peers. And one thing that you have is respect to your peers. And for me, that is a greater thing. Definitely.
You know what? You see, like you say, respect to the peers. Sometimes it's peers because where we've been in the same environment, but realistically, then they're not my peers. When I get phone calls from guys like Duke McKenzie and Duke McKenzie saying, Spence, you know you're boxing, then that's enough accolade to me. Do you know what I'm trying to say to you?
Yeah, I agree.
Right. When or like, I mean, I've been. I mean, I'm like I said, I'm just grateful for that because, and like you're saying, when you get respect from your peers, not a lot of people get respect from their peers, and this is how boxing has a tier system, right? Then you have the fans who are gonna have their opinion, and I can be like Marmite to the fans, and that doesn't bother me to tell you the honest truth because the real one's low, and I'm saying like, you know, my thing is this: I'm never worried about anybody's opinion of me because somebody's opinion of me is none of my business. Right? Because the suggestion made to yourself is far more sustainable, more powerful than the suggestion made by others.
100%.
And what I also realize is this: is better to create something that other people criticize than to create nothing and criticize others. So, you know what I mean? That's why I have to big up, you know what I mean? Like massive big up to like Boxing King Media. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I mean? Boxing King Media, Boxing Social, those people, yeah, I nothing but respect for them because they're the ones that actively on a weekly basis, and yourself as well, like the 13th round, like actively say, right, Spence, want to hear your stuff. So then that's cool, man. And it's only growing and it opens up doors and it brings you to certain places. But what we do is this: we replace the most knowledgeable ones in the room, we get rid of those ones so nobody can't argue about the knowledge that they spit. But that's the thing with public platforms and like what you guys are doing, I will always have an opportunity to spit. And that's yeah, I'm grateful, man. But yes, I'm now Dr. Master Knowledge. Never ever forget that, you little bat yours.
Listen, Spence, I know you're really deep into God's word and you like to pray and have faith, yeah? Do you ever look at yourself and say, God, you've given me this? Yeah, you're amazed. Like if you can tell the people out there how amazing it is to believe in God and your faith, what has put you in this position, doctor, and also other positions as well. Are you amazed about it?
No, listen, this is what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is this, yeah? That I don't believe in God. I want everyone to realize I do not believe in God.
Worship.
Okay? I know God. There's a mass. Okay? Because to believe there's subsequence of doubt in there. To believe in something. I don't believe in God, I know God. Right? And I know like on journeys that we get in, it's you see, when I go to like I'm saying to you, just last week, yeah, I was in a multi-pound complex in a country that I would never intention that I'm going to visit, right? And it was beautiful being in Maru, which is a small island off of St. Vincent and Grenadines. And I'm there with people who have become my adopted family through what? Think is what does it say? Shakespeare says, "Nothing is neither good or bad, but thinking makes it so." So you have to guard your thoughts.
Yeah.
And once I started to get into alignment with my thoughts, knowing that there is nothing that is not obtainable to me just by my thinking. So once that started to happen, then everything aligned. And like when God blesses you, right? Or people, oh, the universe or whatever. I say, all right, then, but the universe must have had the creator, right? So I'm saying, so when God blesses you, as we say, who God bless, no one curses.
Yeah.
So want to say curseful things, they could want to, but who God is. So when God anoints, it says in scripture, right? When it says in Psalms 23 that thou anointest my head with oil. You have to realize what the oil is. The oil is the blessing. When the oil gets poured onto your head, and it says, and my cup runneth over, meaning that my cup is going to be like for perpetuity's sake, forever. Like when Marcus Garvey turned around, he stated, like, God and nature first made us who we are. Then out of our own creative genius, we make ourselves who we want to be, follow that great law. Put God and the sky as our limit and eternity our measurement. So to be for the eternals is perpetuity. It means it lasts forever. So God ain't just going to bless you for one day. No, your blessings is this. Up or down is still a blessing. Why? Because you're still here. Right? And if you're still here, then that means that the Most High is not done with you. That is it. Right? God ain't finished with you. You know what I mean? Your work ain't finished yet. There's more to do. When people turn around and say, that's a great accomplishment, it is. It's a massive accomplishment because I said I had to go to the house of the Lord to go and collect it. Do you know what I mean? That's an amazing accomplishment, right? But at the same time, I've got way more to do.
You take Johnny with you as well?
No, Johnny was meant to come. I mean, Johnny was meant to come, but no. I went with my family, and it was really, really cool. You know what I mean? It was really nice, and also to see the feedback that I'm getting off of social media as well it's been really cool. But but there's more to do. There's way more to do. But when I'm looking at it, and I'm saying,
We're
like,
just getting started, baby.
Right. When I'm seeing, like, the Oxford Compunctional Political Science Group, and they're the ones that gave me, that's Oxford University.
Yeah.
That's a very high learned seat.
Yep.
Right? In our country, that's the highest learning seat of education. And then for me to leave from there, and it's actually being at the House of Lords, you know what I mean? That's Parliament. That's our highest seat of government.
Yeah.
I'm there in that room.
Yeah.
On top of that, it was in the Winston Churchill room. Come on, man. That's nothing. That is God, and that's the fact that I'm saying I know God.
What he was saying earlier, let me rephrase it. Could you ever imagine when you was boxing and your name was the Spirit and you was Southern Area champion that one day you would be in a position to be in a house lord getting a doctor?
Could you
Could you see yourself that far ahead? Did you know? Did you back in yourself? Did you believe in yourself? Did you know?
I'm gonna be real, yeah. I don't want to sound cocky.
No, I'm asking the question, so
right, but I don't want to sound cocky. So I'm gonna tell you this now. I've always seen things, but at the same time, because I've always seen these things sometimes, because I think, like, right, it's gonna happen anyway, that you get lazy not to work it into happening. So it's like it says, faith without works is dead. You know what I mean? So it's by by you taking up things in the actuality of keep on moving forward. So once you keep on moving forward, then it happens, those things. You know what I mean? Like I always say, if you don't step forward, you're always going to be in the same place. If you don't ask, the answer always going to be no. And if you don't go after what you want, you'll never have it. So just go after what you want, man. So yeah, I always knew. But I'm not being cocky about it. But I always knew something like this.
I like that.
Right.
Did it surprise you, though, when God blessed you? Because sometimes God,
you know what,
just blesses you for a reason. You know what I mean?
I have a really Shujan who he did over in COVID, he fed 100,000 people, right? From his restaurant. I'm actually gonna go to his restaurant later on today. Right? He fed 100,000 people.
Yeah.
And what he did, I was in a mosque in Ramadan, right? And I was ill in the fast, right? And in Islamic law, it's permissible for you to break your fast if you're ill, if you're sick. But I said, no, I don't want to break my fast. I'm not going to break it. I'm still going to go ahead. And the mosque that I was going to, like, it was a mosque. I'm not really accustomed, and this is no disrespect to Afghanistan people, but I'm not really accustomed to the food that they have, right? So I'm there all day. I'm ill, breaking my fast.
Yeah.
Right? I'm breaking my fast, and I'm eating Afghani food, which is very bland. It's not the most tasteful food until you learn, like, they give you different foods. They're going to put it together and mix it all up, and right? But I don't know that, right? And I'm there, and I said, right, my brethren Sajan's got a banging restaurant.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, Panas, which is in Blackheath. It's an incredible Michelin restaurant as well. This guy. So I think, you know what? I'm gonna phone him. I'm gonna phone him and tell him, look, let's supply me some food, because anytime I do, like, my charity work, homeless feeds and that, he packs me loads of food.
Yeah.
And I said, right, I'm gonna give him a call. So I thought about the brother. And when I was in there, I lecture in universities and all the rest of it. Like, I wonder what, and this is not whatever like, I want is for me to go get a doctorate. You know what I mean? Because the knowledge I know on boxing, I reckon I should get that. But I'm not being cocky, I'm just saying that. By the time I get back home, I walk to the mosque. By the time I get back home, the same brother who I was thinking about phones me. He said, how are you? I said, you're not going to believe this. I was actually thinking about you. He said, what do you think about me? I said, like, if you could give some food mosque, like to jazz up the food for us. And he goes, oh, no problem. Anything you need, brother, I've got you. Right? This guy, Sujan, Tuwali, he was like, I'll deal with you, no problem. Because the reason why I'm phoning you is like, I want to nominate you for a doctorate. So he said, right, I've got your CV. I'm going to send off your CV to the chairman, who I know really good. The chairman is Ray Keane, OB, Professor Ray Keane. I said, Ray Keane, no, Ray Keane. I don't know him. I know of him. I said, that's the chess grandmaster. He's up in his age now. Must be about 70 now, right? Yeah. He goes, yeah, him. And that's mad. Like, the things that you think about, you can actually bring about. Right? Thing like, I mean, to whom I speak to one of my friends at the time when it happened, just thinking about this brother, He said, yeah, that's how it goes to you. So whatever you think about, you bring about. And you have the power to create your own reality. Yeah. But there are steps in it. Don't think, oh, I'm just going to think something's going to happen. It doesn't work like that. No. There are steps that you have to go and take. Yeah. But the major thing is the purification. And like when you fast, when you abstain from things, think about this. There is 30 trillion cells in the human body, average. Yeah. Yeah. Every cell communicates with each other. Yeah. Every cell at the same time. Right? Yeah. So if you're clogged and congested with certain toxins, certain poisons, and they know what they're doing when they're giving us the food, you're congested, all kind of things. Yeah. The art of trying to manifest anything will not work. Reason why? Because you have poisons and toxins in your body. Then the clearing first has to be the clearing of the mind. Right? Because we have 100 million brain cells in our head. Every brain cell works on a circular motion. Yeah. Centrifugal and centripetal. Right? So you have one force that spins and throws things out there, one thing that spins and brings things to you on your mind. If you got things on your mind, right? So anything of your thought process will bring you people, circumstances, situation of your mindset. So what's your mindset? Right? Everybody creates what they want. Be successful, will admit it. But everybody, whatever situation you're in right now, you create it. Yeah. Once you start to take responsibility for what you've created, then everything else will be in alignment to how you want it to be. So when I see certain things happening now for me, it's only because now I am properly in alignment, because sometimes you got to cut off certain people. Yeah. You got to cut off certain negative people. You got to cut off certain people that like to talk shit in your ear, and then you're listening to it. Or you got to cut off certain people that every time they pick up the phone, they're phoning you, it is with some drama. You got to cut them off. I'm telling you this now. Right? And then as soon as you start cutting them off, you don't need to chase anything. You'll attract it. You know what I mean? But me personally, as being a Muslim, I say, Alhamdulillah, you know what I mean? That's it, bro. You know what I mean? That is it. So from when I'm turning around, I'm saying everything I'm giving everything to the glory of the Most High God. Everything will be added onto me. And I think you guys know from the time that we've been doing this, you see the things that I'm doing. So you say, well, I must be up to something, right? And I'm telling you, it's not me. This is all by God's divine direction.
You're in
that is it. It's not me. It's God.
You're in alignment with Him, though. There's a lot of people that have got talent, but they don't align with God. So like they're lazy. But you're aligning. You're going out there. You're putting yourself out there, but you're aligning your heart with God. And God is blessing you for that.
And also you're spreading His name as well. You're not being embarrassed and holding His name back.
No, I don't. Listen, what I'm trying to say is this, yeah? How the world is set right now, they're doing their best to alleviate God out of everything. Yeah. Right? Yeah. And what I realize, I'm putting God involved in everything. And when I mean everything, I mean everything. Right? Yeah. And there's times where I can lose myself because I know that I'm not perfect. I know that I've done wrong to people. People have done wrong to me, and I think it's tit for tat, blah. But people have to say, like, on a general basis, make sure make sure that you're in the 90%. That is it. Make sure your good deeds, you're in the 90% of the good deeds. Right? Make sure that your thoughts are pure and clean, and like the thing about it is this, and it's the thing, and fair play. Don Charles used to say this to me, yeah? Don Charles used to say this to me, like, and this is when I started promoting. He said, when you're happy for others, I remember when I was going to promote, like, Don Charles from now. No, he came to my gym. He said, no, I'm really proud of you. He said to me, when you're happy for others, your happiness is just around the corner.
Yeah, true.
Loads of people don't get that.
True.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So when Baba Tunde Ajayi turns around and says, dream it, believe it, become it. When he says dream it, believe it, become it, it's from bringing your desires and your thoughts, yeah? From it being a non-reality to reality to actuality. And when you do that, you've won.
Can I ask something as well?
Go on, mate.
You know, like you obviously believe in God and that, yeah? Obstacles. Do you ever go through these obstacles what God placed, it's like tests and stuff like that? What tests have you been through to get to where you're going to?
I think obstacles are opportunities.
It's for a reason though why you put obstacles there to test your faith.
Opportunities, obstacles are opportunities.
Yeah, it's test your faith as well.
Brother, let me tell you this now, yeah? Everybody goes through something. My biggest obstacle was when I lost my mom. Yeah. Because then everything else went downhill. You know what I mean? Breakup of relationships, you know what I mean? Not being as so steadfast, like to my eldest child, not being as close to my eldest child as I should be.
Yeah.
All of those kind of things, like that was hard when I lost my mom.
Yeah.
And then when I was speaking to other people who went through the same kind of things, like Johnny Nelson will openly say like he wanted to commit suicide, but he didn't have the guts to do it. And I say, "Raw, you really thought that?" I thought exactly the same thing. I didn't want to be here.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be here, bro. Yeah. And fair play, I've got a really good friend, Paul Flynn, who's got he got his own therapist group, but he does some mad high rollers. And he said, "Don't worry, Spence, I'm gonna get you therapy." And he put me in therapy, and I've been in therapy for 4 years from one past. I've been in therapy for 2.5 years, right? And then the major thing was this. What I realized is this: when you actively work from value, knowing that you are the value, you won't strive for value elsewhere. And when you do that, then also when I wake up in the morning, I'm saying thank you to God. I'm thanking God constantly. I'm telling myself before I go to bed that I'm gonna have a fantastic day tomorrow. Yeah. When I wake up in the morning, I'm saying I'm gonna have a fantastic day tomorrow. Praises you to you. When I'm doing that, you become an actual magnet for your thoughts and desires.
I agree.
But it has to be your thoughts, and your thoughts have to be pure. Yeah. And then now, my thoughts, I'm trying to surround myself with only pure thoughts and only decent people.
Yeah.
And not give my out there, because sometimes I do like to shoot from the hip, and then other people get upset. I'm saying, "Out to hell, I don't care how you feel around." And I'm saying, no, you got to become a better salesperson with your vocal cords, because how it goes is this: it's like your thoughts, and then your words shape your reality.
Yeah.
Right. So off of the back of that, then you kind of realize, and like I'm getting up in age now, but I know the other youngers who they've been inspired by certain things that I've done, then I'm grateful just that God has put me in that position. You know what I mean?
Actions cause reactions, right?
Well, I mean, they do. You know what I mean? But I'll still call out the frauds who are out there every now and then. But
we want it any other way.
Yeah.
Wow.
Listen, I could talk to all day long on this, but I know the audience coming in, they want to hear a little bit of boxing. So let's talk about Ben Whittaker.
That was a really good performance.
Yeah.
Right? That was a really good performance. And the thing which I like about Ben Whittaker is because he's coming from tutelage. Andy Lee's a teacher. Keep on saying this. And I like how he put his shots together. And it's not only that, but Andy Lee has been blessed for 2 fighters in particular, right? He's been blessed when it's come to Hamza Shiraz, and he's been blessed when it's come to Ben Whittaker, right? And the reason being is this, is because they're tall, long fighters, right?
Yeah.
And if you look at the Kronk style, right?
Yeah.
Throughout Emmanuel Stewart's most potent bad man was the great Tommy Hearns, right? And he came from that tutelage of when you're dealing with the loose limb tool kind of fighters, because also we have to look on the great work that Emmanuel Stewart also did with Joe McLennan.
And Lennox.
Right? But I'm not going to say with Lennox, because like Lennox was one of them managers, he was born to do what he did. He was born. Now, I'm not saying that Emmanuel Stewart didn't improve him to do whatever not. Lennox was one of them man born to do what he look. His mum named him Lennox Claudius Lewis. Come on, right? He was born imperial, right? I'm just want you to know that, right? But when you look at those guys, because they're in the lower weights, in the middleweight to light heavyweight, because that's what Tommy Hearns boxed at, right? When Tommy Hearns had that fantastic win over Dennis Andrews in 1987, in stopping him to become the WBC light heavyweight champion, this man went up from welterweight all the way up to light heavyweight. They dropped back down, and that same year again, then beat One Rodan to become the middleweight champion. So you look at that, you say, well, who's going to be better to go and teach someone like a Ben Whittaker with his frame? Who's going to be better to teach him than Andy Lee, who lived with the late great Emmanuel Stewart? Who better? Right? It has to be Andy Lee, and this is no slant on Sugar Hill neither, right?
Yeah.
But I just think the communicational skills of how Andy Lee is as well.
100%.
He's not one of them. He's not one of them kind of guys. Do you know what I mean?
Quiet.
Composed. Right. He's quiet. He's unassuming.
He's very composed.
Right. And that's the thing. What I like. I've always liked and cheered. Listen, I've known Andy Lee from when he's amateur. I remember when I met him when he's down in London. Him and his dad. Right. And just the respect that they showed me at that time there. This is like I'm starting my TV career in them times there, but. You know, so I've got a lot of time for Andy Lee, and I think he's a very, very good coach, very good trainer.
Yeah,
and you being a very good coach and very good trainer doesn't mean that some of your fights can't lose. This is boxing, right? Yeah. But I just like how he handles himself and his demeanor, and he's also got his fighters' backs as well. You know what I mean? Yeah. The only time where you see him get rattled is when you criticize his fighters. So you know what I mean, all credit in the world to Andy Lee, and I like how he's put certain things in Ben Whittaker. Or Ben Whittaker's still flash and cocky, but he's not overly flash and cocky. And I like how he's got Ben to sit down on his punches now. So he's punching way more authority. Yeah. And we can see that now because that takeout was proper. You know what I mean? How he took the brother out on the weekend, that was like Deliveroo. That was Deliveroo and Uber Eats delivering my smacks, smash burger. Trust me, vicious.
What I like about Ben now and knowing him, it's all about making statements. And every fight he wants to make a statement. He don't get paid for overtime. He realizes this.
So if he can take him out, he'll take him out.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not waiting around. You know what I mean?
Well, he's done all these rounds already. He's done all that. Now it's just to deal with it now and just show the world. So
there's one thing I hate about boxing, but it is boxing. You've got to accept it. That sometimes you make friendships with two fighters in the same division or two trainers in the same division, and they might have to go against them. So you know where this conversation's going. He's going to have to fight in the yard. It looks like it's going that way. And how you feel about that fight?
What do you mean? How do I feel? I want that fight to happen. I want that fight to happen next.
And how do you feel it's going to? What do you think?
But this is the thing about this, yeah. Come on, man. Right? My allegiance, yeah, isn't to Ben Whittaker.
Yeah.
My allegiance, obviously, Tundi's my guy. I got Tundi's license to come into the boxing game, right? So obviously that's where my allegiance is going to be, right? But then I also have to be honest to the polarities of boxing, right? If Ben Whittaker was to beat Anthony Yard, right? I'm saying if it was to beat Anthony Yard, then that is meant to be the natural progression of how things are meant to be because Yard's been a professional now for 10, 11 years, right?
Yeah.
And he's had his bites at the cherry and he's a very, very wealthy man and he's a lovely human being, right?
Yeah.
But then if Anthony Yard was to go smash Ben Whittaker, then I'm saying, well, whoever's meant to win is meant to win. And I can only be on the side of the victor. As long as you've gone and you're giving 100%, right? But I ain't gonna talk too many things, but what I do know is like they do want that fight. I know Team Yard want that fight. Tunde is on being very vocal about wanting to have that fight, right? And it's not about getting no payday and chipping out. It's because they believe that they'll beat him, right? And I see certain flaws that, and the thing about it is the next thing. Tunde Ajayi doesn't get the credit that he's meant to get as a trainer. He don't, right? Because people have taken on his facade persona that he deliberately puts on, right? Not realizing how completely honest he is to learning and training and doing his stuff. And he is a student of the game. And you cannot not be a student of the game when you're around me. And you know, when I debate deep in boxing, so when I get phone calls from them and they say, right, what fight should I be studying right now? They know I'm going to give them the best fight. Right, it's true, you know, Spence. You know what I mean? So this is, I'm telling you this now. So yes, that fight should happen next. And the thing about it is this, they don't want to make Yard go and have some little warm-up blowover job, right? They should go take Anthony Yard right now where they think, well, he's just come off a defeat and let's go take him now because maybe the morale's down a bit, or maybe then this is the time where they should go take the fight. Because don't let him go get into a momentous pace now and then you're going to say he's going to make that fight, because I'm telling you, he'll eat your supper. But I'm looking forward. It's like, it's not on side. I'm not picking the better man to go and win. That's the side. But the side that I'm supporting more, I'm supporting Andy Young. But as a boxing fan, I just want to see who's ever's meant to go and transgress to the next level, then so be it and let it be there.
They've got this similar style.
No, they haven't.
No, not similar like clothes, but I'm saying it's like, you know what I mean? Yeah, he don't box. Yeah, he's a little bit flamboyant.
I disagree totally.
Whittaker is more flamboyant, but they got that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, listen.
Flashy style. Both have got.
But what I'm trying to say to you, we say this flashy style, yeah?
Yeah.
Anthony Yard's style isn't really flashy. It's because he knocks out brothers. That's why it's seemingly flashy. He's not. You know what I mean? I think it's like more of his celebration after the fight or just before the fight when the fight's getting started. Or when you look at this physical specimen that he is like he's chiseled like a Greek god. Then people could get confused by that. But he's not really. His style of boxing isn't flashy.
The shoulder roll uses that a lot with the Mayweather, and chopping and you know what I mean.
But Ben don't do that.
No. Ben's different. But I'm saying
Ben moves his feet more.
Yeah.
Listen, Ben's got really good feet, in how to jump in and jump out.
I've seen Ben spar as well. I've been in the gym. I've watched him. You know how people are different with the cameras off as well. Less pressure. Like I love Tunde. Listen, I'll be honest with you. The first time when I used to watch Tunde from a distance before I ever met him, I'm going to be real here. Sometimes I find him a little bit annoying. Not over annoying, but a little bit annoying. Just because I'm not a talky kind of guy, right? But then when you meet Tunde, he's the nicest guy that you'll ever meet.
Let me tell you this now, yeah? If Tunde didn't talk, you wouldn't be talking about him. He had to talk.
Exactly. I learned that. I understood that.
You have to talk.
Speak. When I met him and then talked to him, I thought, wow, this guy's such a nice guy.
Right.
I mean, but I understood that when I met him. You understand? So, and then Anthony, we've only talked to Anthony once before, so it's quite easy in this situation because we don't really know Anthony to put like you're putting your allegiance somewhere, I'm putting my allegiance somewhere, and obviously I feel a certain way about Ben, and I just think that this fight is not the right time for Anthony. I'll be honest.
Well, this is what I'm trying to say to you. That's coming from your knowledge. And I'm saying that right now that fight is the absolute right time for Anthony Yard. Reason being is because Ben Whittaker allegedly only going to get better, right?
Yeah. But I think it's good enough now. That's the point. I think
right. No, but good enough now. But I say it's only going to get better. So it's the right time now for Anthony Yard, right? As long as the money's right, then let that fight happen.
Don't do it now, they won't ever do it. Let me put it that way.
Exactly. Yeah. You know what I mean? Exactly. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Well, I think Ben's going to go all the way.
Well, you know what? I hope that he does, but let's see him in that because him and Yard would be a big fight.
Yeah.
Right? Him and Yard would be a very, very big fight. You know what I mean? Because it's like the old swagger versus the new swagger. It'd be one of them kind of things. You know what I mean? And but like I said, peace and love to both men. I hope they do fight each other and chop a lot of bread together.
Listen, I'm a big fan of Anthony. Yeah, like there was a time when when Anthony was fighting, Ben was not even on the
scene.
On the scene, me and my wife would walk around the house saying "lions in the camp." I'd even have my wife say "lions in the camp." So I love Anthony as a fighter. I just don't know him well as a person. I want to talk to him once.
Would you wait until both sides win a couple belts and bring someone to the table?
No. Forget all of that crap. Let them fight now, man. Let them fight now, brother.
Can I say it this way? This is correct.
Who goes through?
One guy's been to the top. All right, it didn't work out for a bit. To be fair, on 3 different occasions, I fought 3 of the best light heavyweights.
Right, exactly.
Right, where one's trying to get to where one's been. So I don't use the word gatekeeper, but it's a test.
No. Let's just be realistic. Is this like in the Ring magazine? Where's Anthony Yard ranked? I think he's number 2.
Is he?
Right.
Yeah, I think he's number 2. Ring magazine. That's not no joke. That's a serious ranking. Yeah. So make that fight. I mean, let that fight happen, man.
Oh, it's a big,
The WB silver belt will be up on the line as well, won't it?
I don't care about the belts. Those things don't mean nothing to me anymore.
No, but Yard will, because if he wins, it puts him in contention again.
No, but I don't. I'm saying that's Yard. I can't speak on his business. I don't give a shit about that. I just want to see a fight. Listen, I'm old school, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I like to see them guys go and fight each other.
Listen, before we get off, talk to us about Boots.
Oh, mate.
That was a good fight.
Let me tell you this now, yeah? Boots is a gangster, man, right? And the thing about it is, for all of his skills and his swagger and all the rest of it, a lot of people seem to forget is that he is a Philly fighter.
Yeah.
Right? Do you understand that? Yeah. He's a Philly fighter. And if you look right through it, Marvin Cyclone, right? You go through Benny Briscoe, these men, yeah? These Philly fighters. You know what I mean? Joe Frazier. These Philly fighters. Murgic Taylor, the bad man, 2-weight world champion.
Oh, the Taylor's a bad boy.
Right? These Philly fighters, I think it's a rule in that state. You know what I mean? The great Bernard Hopkins as well, right? There's a rule.
Gotta mention him.
Right, there's a rule in that state that you can't pussyfoot around, you gotta get stuck in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's what he did, because he got hit. Zygas clapped him with some shots, hurtful shots, right? But because you are so enthralled in landing your shots, you have to be in the line of fire, and that's what he does. And he came through it, right? And I like the fact, I like his link up with Eddie Hearn as well. You know that, because I've been fortunate enough to know Boots and his dad. You know what I mean? Big up Ballsy, right? And Boots ain't really that rah guy. You know what I mean? So what better is it for you to have Eddie Hearn there? You know what I mean? Who is the living, I'm the king of being vicarious, I live through my fighters. So that's a really, really good link up, you know? Trust me.
I'm just waiting for Eddie Hearn and Dana White to have a picture together and be friends, because you know that they're going to have to become friends to make that fight. You know, Turkey.
War fight.
AJ Fury one, you know. They're going to all kiss and make up.
Brother, I don't listen to me. I want you to listen to this, yeah? I don't give a shit whether they kiss and make up anyway. You know what I mean? Right? I'm just going to keep this thing 100. I don't like, they're all going to have to... I don't care about that. You know what I mean? This is all
pantomime. They will, though. You know they will.
Yeah, of course they will, because them man love money more than they love themselves.
Business, isn't it?
Right. That's it.
Nothing else.
And they'll say, well, it's business. That's why I have to rate these guys.
Listen, some people can do that and some people can't do that.
Exactly. But it is what it is.
What type of person I am.
Well, that's the thing about it is this. Then it is, but these men they like the business and they like the hustle of the business. But, you know what I mean? We'll see what's going to happen. We'll see what's going to happen. And also, you see like with Tyson Fury fighting Marius Wack?
Yeah. I got no comments on it.
The day before AJ fights?
Yeah.
And I've seen it's going to be like 1,500 people in the arena.
Yeah, for Ty.
Right. And he's doing it for... I just think he's just using this as a glorified sparring session to pick up some money to keep him prepared for Anthony Joshua.
But he's not getting paid, is he? He's giving to charity, innit?
But regardless, still a glorified... I didn't say he's getting any money in it. It's just for him to keep sharp. So it's a glorified sparring match.
Yeah. I don't disagree.
Right.
Listen, last question. Is it coming on?
I want it to, right? That's what I'm leaving it at that. But
come on.
What do you think
I do. Bro, you have to know this part here, yeah? That Harry Kane's a bad boy.
He's a bad boy.
Because you're not going to be scoring goals from that position.
Yeah.
That's number one.
The defenders thought they'd done their job, pushed him out wide. I thought they'd done the job too.
Yeah. Like, he's a gangster. My condolences for the Congolese. You know what I mean?
Right, man.
They scored first.
Right. Because they played their heart out. But it's important for England to do good. Right? Especially for the climate that we have today in society, it's really, really good for England to do really well, because our team right now is at the height of multiculturalism. If you look on the England squad,
yeah.
Right, and the unity that they are projecting, and hopefully, like, when England football team does good, then the country does good, because it opens up their eyes to certain things.
I want to say something. I want to say something to you. Sometimes we all do this. We all fall into hearing a metaphor, hearing a line, and saying, "I'm going to align myself with that line because everyone else is doing it." But then I've chose come forth and not to align with that. When people say that football or sports has religion and politics has no place in sports, I'm going to take my stance on it. It completely does, because sports bring people together. I remember when Didier Drogba, when there was a war in Ivory Coast, how he got in his hands and knees and pleaded for a ceasefire, and it was the game of football that stopped people killing each other. Sports in general pull people together, and you're not gonna, it has so much power.
What do you think on that?
I do. I think the ethos of sports is to unite and not divide, and I think that's what sport does. So come on, England. I'm keeping it 100.
Yeah.
It's coming home. It's coming home. It's coming. You're not going to sing that. You're not going to sing that, are you?
I'll sing them, man. I'll sing them.
Guys, we're going to check out. Guys, if you're vibing,
start subscribing. Boom, boom, boom.
Boom, boom, boom.
Later.
Love my bro. Later.
13th
and the final round.
13th and final round.
13th final round.
Hit the comment.
Hit that subscribe button.
Hit that subscription button.